Roger, go for deploy.
Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Fit Radio. This is an episode that Mr. Bilbo Baggins and myself shot, kind of like a shoot the shit episode. We want to bring more of these to you guys every couple of weeks. My voice just broke then. I actually am 9 years old at the moment. We want to bring more of these shows to you guys just to let you know sort of what's going on in our lives and just a bit more of a lighthearted, banterous sort of episode. We go into to some fears that we have, to some other things, which is pretty cool. It's a short episode. We'll just hit you with our sponsors. We've had Loxam Solutions and NDO Subs, and they've officially run out. So we are looking for more sponsors, guys. But we'll give them a bit of a touch up on the show anyway. Loxam Solutions is a boutique consulting and business support company focused on business consulting and commercial services. Go to www.loxamsolutions.com.au and NDO Subs, guys, ndosubs.com. Don't put the AU in. They no days off supplements, guys, newly formed company. Macca swears by them. Get on their supplement shit. It's going to help you in everyday life. I love them. Bill loves them. Bill's best mate Doug loves them. They work really well. Also, too, guys, Adventure Fit Travel. So they've just released their Philippines tour, or their Philippines holiday coming up in November. Jump on board that one, guys. It's like a 7-day short little trip, kind of like the Bali one that we just did. It's gonna be bloody insane. And of course, Mr. Spud Dimitri Clockoff will be there again. Make sure you guys don't clock off and jump on the holiday. It's gonna be unreal. Alrighty, guys, enjoy this show.
So, Tommy, what's been going on, mate? Give us a rundown.
Well, I'm heavily into training at the moment. Bulking phase. For all the ladies out there. I'm bulking at the moment, guys, so I'm putting on more muscle, which obviously makes you more attracted to me.
You say more attractive to men?
I hopefully said me there, not men. Oh, well, it's a man for all the blokes out there. So just trying to put on some strength, and then therefore sized for hopefully my numbers go up, because I do have some serious goals for CrossFit that I'd like to hopefully.
How are you going
achieve.
about that then? Like putting the dirty bulk in your system?
Oh yeah, it's
still look skinny, man.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Look, hey, under a certain light,
skinny.
I look big.
SKINNY. Really kind of weird, like.
So it's not like that thing where if you called me fat, it was with a PH. It was like, you look fat.
It wasn't like I didn't have an East Side symbol coming at you. It's legit.
You had Shaka.
You look rubbish, man. You look rubbish. Just kidding.
Shit.
Just kidding. What have you really been doing though? Like, what's your diet that you've been doing to put on this weight?
Drinking a shit ton of milk.
Good.
So
full cream, obviously.
Yeah, full cream.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negative stuff out there about milk and dairy in general, in a sense that it can cause an inflammatory response to the body.
Some people just don't like cows either.
Yeah, well, that's right. What's wrong with cows? They sound funny, and they're hey, it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
So how much milk are you getting in?
Probably 2.5 litres a day.
It's solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's solid.
Plus that, that's a supplement to my supplements like protein, branched chains, and that creatine, and food as well. So, but I've finally found a system that works for me where I can keep it frequent enough. So maybe every 3 hours, where I don't feel just shit and bloated all the time.
It's hard, isn't it?
Oh man,
I fucking hate it, man.
Are you doing it at the moment?
I got up to 85 kilos pretty quickly, which was sweet, which is where I wanted to get to. Well, not to where I wanted to get to, but that was easy. Then it was just like putting the cream on top or whatever I can weigh. So 88's where I want to kind of be. I'm about 87. Yeah. But I got a comp in a couple of weeks, so I've tapered right back on just the eating heavily, trying to get as much stuff in as possible. But
it's hard for you because you've got a weight class. I mean, I don't have a weight class with CrossFit.
If I didn't have a weight class, I'd just be fucking getting as just a huge fat human.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
I wash myself with Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But so I'm about 87, which is pretty sweet. I've got a comp in a couple of weeks, so I want to try and get down to 85, which would be no worries. For me, I just have to eat a little bit less.
Yeah.
My metabolism will take care of that.
Yeah.
And then should there be any issues, I'll just do a little bit of weight cutting towards the end of the week before the comp.
What's the comp?
It's just a weightlifting comp, just a regular weightlifting comp throughout the year. I think it's the last time I get a chance to qualify for nationals.
Ooh.
No, it's not the last chance, but it's a chance.
What do you have to hit?
Got to hit 100 and... Well, got to hit 242.
Total. Okay.
242 total. Which I should hit quite comfortably.
Yep.
I should be good for 105, 110, and I'm going to open on probably 135 in the clean and jerks, which is...
240, so you'd want a 110 snatch and a 130 CJ?
Yeah, but it'll probably be more...
You can hit a 130, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Fuck
open.
yeah.
I will open on 133, 135.
Oh, okay, that's
which
fine.
is...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so but I think it should be in the books. The snatch on a good day, who knows, maybe get 110, 115.
Yep.
But even on a bad day, if I hit 105, which I haven't missed 105 in a while, I should hit 135, 137 pretty comfortably in the clean and jerk. So I'm pretty confident.
Yep.
Pretty confident. So
Oh, that'd be good.
should be good. But yeah, with the bulking, I was just trying to get as much calories in as possible. And
Yeah.
it's cool, but I just can't be bothered eating tons and tons of food because I don't have to. I'm not trying to be an exercise racer like yourself, try and be the fittest man on the planet.
Yep.
For me, I just wanted to get calories in the easy way, and that is just, getting heaps more shit in. Real
Intravenous.
calorically thick smoothies and lots of rubbish and junk food, which is what Ivan, my coach, got me to do. But it's actually been tougher than I thought because you just feel shittier.
Oh, man, you feel... Well, the thing is, I was having this discussion with one of my friends, and I've got a friend. And
You said friends for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
You should have said
For
your friend.
A friend.
Your
Yeah.
friend.
My one
Your
single friend.
Yeah, that's right.
Steve, how are you, mate?
Gommers.
Yeah. Montgomery. He hasn't called in a while, has he?
Nah, he's been quiet.
What a fuckwit.
Steve.
Where is
Go on. Let's...
Sorry. Yeah, so the body doesn't recognise, broccoli or a donut. It goes, okay, what can I use to provide me with fuel? Is it a carbohydrate, a fat, or a protein, and things like that? And although I do agree in some regard in terms of on that side to, the dirty bulk, from a mental perspective and a health perspective, it just doesn't make you feel good. You know? I guess the trade-off is that if you're really trying to put on a lot of weight,
it's easy.
It's easy.
Much
you can
easier.
drink a lot of, you can drink milk, you can eat shit.
Well,
There's
both
stuff
times I've
in
come back from injury, I've done it quickly.
Yeah.
When I think it was like October 2014 when my back had just exploded, but I just started coming back to training, and then when I'm not training, I'm about 80 kilos.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, I'm back to training. I want to get back up to 85. I got up to, Ivan said, I want you to dirty bulk. I want you to eat as much shit as possible. I was taking a photo. It's fucking hard to say.
Drawing a picture.
Photographing.
Yeah.
I was taking a photo of like McDonald's and Big M's and donuts and stuff, sending them to Ivan, my coach, and then he would be, good boy, good stuff, keep it up. But
Is he a bin himself?
Nah,
Oh, no.
nah, he's not a bin. He's a good at.
He's a small dude, hey?
Yeah, he's like about 3'8".
Yep, like a dwarf. Good guy.
He's semi-dwarfish. But
Do you need... does he know Snow White?
no, he wasn't one of those dwarfs.
Okay.
He didn't get a gig.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ivan, my weightlifting club. The boys are probably listening.
Hey, shout out to Snow White.
I'm in trouble now. I've just realised I'm in heaps of trouble. He does my programming. 12 by 12 clean pools at 90%.
Yeah,
Fuck.
right. 400 squat.
But shit. But anyway, so I was just doing my dirty bulking is only for a matter of time. Like it was only in like 6 months ago before I injured the last time I injured myself when I decided, right, I want to get to a position where I'm a strong 85 kilo. It took me 7 weeks. 7 weeks. It took me 1 week to put on 7 kilos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really, really quick. Did I say 1 week?
I kind of zoned out.
Fuck.
Oh, no, you said 1 week.
I meant to say 1 month.
Oh, 1 month.
1 month to put on 7 kilos.
So,
for the third
okay,
time.
yep.
For the third time, sorry, listeners. So 1 month to put on 7 kilos. So it was really quick. Ate as much shit as I could. Got to that point, then it was just, okay, now I can start to clean my diet up.
Yep.
I don't have to eat like a pig, it'll be sweet. And it got me there. It got me what I wanted. And then I actually got injured again, and now I've done the same thing basically. But I'm a naturally pretty good eater, so it's hard to put so much fucking sugar in your system and
feel
not
bad,
feel
man.
a little shitty.
See, that's the thing, though. That's
I'm
the
getting
thing.
pimples and shit.
Yeah, well...
I'm a dick. Just kidding.
The thing is, I'll never call it a dirty bulk. Like, I'm trying to put on, weight.
You're
and
not
all that
dirty
sort of
bulk.
stuff. I'm not dirty bulk, no. And the biggest thing that I can differentiate the two is I'm not eating unnecessary sugar. Sugar for me is it just doesn't help at all There's sugar in a lot of stuff that, you can eat to bulk, but I find that milk has a great balance of the 3 macros, and you can get a lot through that. There's a bit of sugar in that, but it's not shit sugar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's okay. Yeah.
That's good. So what else has been happening? How's training going?
Yeah, training's going really well. We're just doing some strength training at the moment. I haven't done a WOD or a workout in the day a true WOD in God knows how long, because I can't be bothered. But yeah, that's going really well. I'm really getting into my guitar at the moment. I can't stop playing. I've started.
You should keep playing as much as possible.
Yeah.
Refine.
Yeah. Well,
your skills.
Well, the thing is, we always need more. We need more songs on the show.
No, we do.
We don't want to keep doing that. And I've done more songwriting, but I've also been applying to pubs to do some live gigs there. Well, I mean, I love it, so I may as well get paid for doing something I love.
Well, putting yourself out in front of people like that, you're always going to, better yourself as a person, find out a little bit more about yourself. I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me.
That's scary.
That's why I like doing Toastmasters for a little while.
Yeah, man. I need to join you on that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not doing it anymore.
I don't need to join you on that.
No, I had to get rid of it, mainly because, well, time-wise a little bit, but I've made time to go back to studying Spanish, which is sweet, but it fucking just stressed me out, man.
Yeah.
It stressed me out
Scary.
too much. So I got to the point where it was like I was having a bit of a stressful kind of couple of weeks at work or whatever, or probably month, and then I just thought, I can't be bothered with this right now. I had too much going on.
Added stress.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get everything else sorted, and then I've kind of promised myself that I'll go back to it because it's something that I'd fucking love to be able to stand up and speak in front of people. I can do it now.
Well, you and I did it together when we worked together.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count.
Speak
for about 30 seconds about fucking what's going on in that day in a workout. I think it's a little different.
It's a little bit different.
It's definitely helped my public speaking a little bit.
Yep.
But being in front of people and doing that, helps a little bit. And this helps a ton, but the actual art of public speaking, you go to these Toastmasters classes, and there's dudes that get up there and guys and girls that get up there and just fucking, it's like you want to give them an applause. It's sick. Crew that have been doing it for 10 or 15 years, and they can just enthrall an audience, You're laughing your head off, but then bringing you back into this story, and it's a really, really good skill to have. So
let's give it a plug. So let's say you go to Toastmasters. Do you just say, so someone points to you and says, hey, stand up, talk about chairs?
Kinda. It's a little bit like that. It's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
So they have a running sheet, which will be like, it'll be, the play-by-play. So we'll start off with introductions of new members or whatever, and then it'll go to table topics. And I'll touch back on what that is. So it'll be like table topics, icebreaker speech, which will be someone's first speech, a prepared speech.
Yep.
Then it'll be more prepared speeches, but just not first icebreaker speeches. And then there'll be a business meeting at the end, because they say that in this particular, I don't know if they're in every Toastmaster, but they want you to be able to talk at a business meeting and know the rules of a business meeting.
Yep.
And then there'll be incoming, outgoing mail and whatever. But the table topics, so it starts off as the intros and members, then table topics, it's fucking intense, man.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So what it is there'll be the guy up at the lectern, and he'll have a topic. So when the first session that I went to, the topic was the tennis, because the Australian Open was on. And I think I discussed this maybe on another podcast, but what happened was they said they go around and they'll say, you'll be a member, so you're up for it at any stage. You're ready to be asked a question.
Oh, right.
And then if any guests want to put their hands up to take part, then they can.
Yep.
So I was sitting next to this dude, and Sean, his name was. He's a really good guy. Siobhan. Sean.
Shawnee.
Sean. He's a Commonwealth gold medalist, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I forget. I think it like what's that one where you stick the stick into the ground and you
Pin the tail on the doggy?
and you pole vault.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was
Stick
a pole
the thing
vault.
in the ground.
Yeah. I think he was a pole vaulter.
He's not the red-headed dude.
Nah.
Oh,
I know the guy you're talking of.
yeah. Ronald McDonald.
Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't a pole vaulter. Anyways, a Commonwealth gold medalist, but I didn't know that until he did his icebreaker speech next week. Anyway, he's sitting next to me at the start of this table topics, and the guy at the lectern, he says, "Okay, is there any guests that would like to put their hands up for taking part in table topics, because we're a little short. We need someone else." And I definitely didn't want to take part. Like, it was my first session. I'm not comfortable at public speaking, whatever. And Sean, people look at me and think I'm outgoing and loud.
Yeah,
I got a beard and, I got a beard.
tattoo of a chick doing a hula dance.
Tattoo of a chick. I don't know. People just think that I'm more boisterous and like outgoing and into that stuff. So anyway, Sean is sitting there and he's just pointing at me going, I'm going, shut the fuck up.
Clearly he's got something in his throat
shut
as well.
The fuck up. Clear your throat somewhere else.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, so they're like, Bill, would you like to? And everyone's looking at me. So I just hung my head in shame and said, yeah, all right, I'll go. Yeah. So my heart literally just started jacked. Started. So what happened was they went around and, for example, they would say, Tom, so what are your thoughts on Rafael Nadal's early exit from the Australian Open this year?
Yeah.
And then you've got to stand up, boom, you're on, start of the clock, and then you've got 45 or 60 seconds. You have to speak. You have to stand up and speak.
And how many people are you talking in front of?
Probably like 15, 20.
Oh, so it's not insane.
Nah, it's definitely not insane. It's just the group in the room. But so they get around. They go through a few of the regulars, few of the guys. I'm the only guest. Maybe there was one other guest that spoke as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, they get to me and the guy. I think his name was Matt, the guy at the lectern. Let's call him Matt anyway.
Yep.
So Matt looks at me and he says, because you don't know when it's coming to you either. So he goes, Bill, what are your thoughts on the finishing time of the late Australian Open games? Do you think it's a positive or negative to have them finish so late, so midweek students can go to the games, or maybe they can't because they finish so late? Basically something about the schedule of...
That is specific as.
Yeah, it was really specific. I mean, if you asked me it, I'd be able to probably talk about it.
Yeah.
You know?
But I don't care and you don't care.
No, I genuinely couldn't give a fuck about it. But having said that, it's part of the task, so I was like, okay. So what I did was, I'm sure I told you this before, but anyway, so he asked me the question, and I said, okay. I stood up slowly. And I stood up. As soon as my knees locked out and I was standing upright, I said really, really quietly, I said, oh, shit, I'm nervous. And then I said, and everyone laughed, which was all right.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, fuck. And so I started with, I'm not sure. I think I did. I started with ended with R, and then I looked around and I just started sweating. My heart was racing so fast. I said, I'm going to sit down. I'll do better next time.
Yeah. And you never showed up again.
It was so fucked. So, oh, man, it was one of those situations where you're just so fucking, like...
Oh, man.
Genuinely embarrassed. But at the same time, I'm an adult. I realise that happens to people. So, half an hour later, we had a break. And I was chatting to some people, had a laugh. But it was all good. But it was... So that's what happens at table topics. So normally people will sit down and chill out and just like take it all in. But I decided to give it a crack and just it was basically the equivalent of a dead set smoke bomb.
Yeah. See you later, guys. Except everyone saw you smoke bomb. So
and
I
just had to sit down.
Smoke bomb.
Yeah, it was actually the opposite of a smoke bomb.
It's the complete opposite of a smoke bomb. It's a, hey guys, I'm leaving, and embarrassingly walk away.
I'm leaving, but I'm not going to actually leave. I'm going to sit down in front of you. You guys can point and stare and laugh.
Yeah. Oh, do you know, it's actually really interesting you spoke before about how everyone thinks you're a really, outgoing person and all this sort of thing, and you're just totally not internally. So,
not at all.
My mum is a huge role model for me, and she'll be listening on this, so thanks. You can pay me that $50 later, Mum. But
www.tommysmum.com.au.
Yeah, that's right. Please don't look that up. That is a no. Yeah, she should often talk about how people perceived her to be some really sort of outgoing, funny, would never get anxious sort of person, and she's the complete opposite. But she learned to sort of act that way, and you eventually fall into sort of habitual behaviour. And you can start to become the person who you're trying to be, or trying to act like being. And this friend of mine, I remember that I was at a party and I was going through a shit ton of anxiety at the time. And this friend of mine, I was sort of like talking to her about it, and I'll never forget the words. She said, "But you're Tom Ahern," and it created so much anger in me. And I was like, God, no one knows who I am. Like this,
no shit.
And it's
I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I get called arrogant.
Yeah.
I've been called arrogant before because I remember the first time I got called arrogant, I heard that I'd been called arrogant, I was walking down so I lived right next to Rye Back Beach.
Yeah.
And I was walking, the Back Beach entrance was like just a single lane road basically with like gravel on each side. And I'm walking down on the left with Robbie and James Frey. Like, Frey's my best mate. Robbie's his little brother, a good friend of mine. Well, I'm like 15, 16, walking to the beach. I think we had surfboards in our arms, whatever. And on the other side of the road was Anders Lukey's, Jess Lukey's. So these are our neighbours, like young kids, kind of.
Yep.
They're like a year or two younger than me. And maybe someone else. I think there was 3 people. They were on the other side of the road. And I got along with those guys really well.
Yep.
But anyway, what happened was we're walking along, and you know when you're kind of walking towards someone and you try and make eye contact to say hello?
Yeah.
But they're not making eye contact with you?
Yeah.
So I'm walking along, just talking to the boys. I look over. Oh, they're not looking. I don't want to fucking look like an idiot. Talking to the boys, look over. They're not looking. And anyway, what's happened is we've walked straight past each other without saying anything. You know, and at this stage, I'm thinking, fuck. You know, like, that sucked. That was
sucks.
really weird.
Yeah,
and, you know, and the whole time that I'm walking towards Jess and Anders, I was thinking, when are they going to look over? You know, that's the guys who want to say good day and stuff. And, you know, I'm awkward inside of myself, you know, that whole... And then I see Jess at a party like a couple of weeks later. This is like I said, 15, 16. It's like some sort of house party or whatever.
Yep.
And I get there and Jess comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, Anders thinks you're so arrogant for the other day."
Really?
You know, like, yeah, because I didn't... Because me... I didn't say hello and stuff because I was...
When you actually were trying to say hello.
Yeah, and it's just... But people have no idea what's actually going on behind the scenes. So I've started to take that on board with my weightlifting club. There was a girl that came in recently who's really, really shy. And, you know, I'm never, ever rude to anyone. But I also sometimes... Because I'm kind of like reserved-ish and I'll just chat with my mates, I don't go out of my way to make people feel welcome.
Yeah.
So I've started to try and come out of my shell and go over and go, "Hey, what's going on? Where are you from?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Who are you?" And then because when I went into Phoenix, when I started at Phoenix, I walked in and I was nervous as fuck for so long.
Yeah.
Especially with the afternoon crew because they're just really tight, like clicky but like awesome, like still just tight mates really.
All pretty high level as well.
Yeah, all pretty high level. Pitty came third in the national championships last year. Liam's second in the national championships. So for me to break in with those guys took a little bit of time, but I was nervous as hell. I could get anxious and nervous and stuff. So I'd been trying to look at it shoe on the other foot, you know. And
what is it
because,
like? Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, because I'm now one of the louder people at the weightlifting club. You know everyone. I'm around people that I'm friends with. I'm very loud and boisterous and stuff. So if I break the ice with somebody like that, then they feel more friends with everyone. You know, I think it's important for, in certain situations to know where you kind of are in other people's eyes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's like you said, it's so interesting to see how you're perceived sometimes. I mean, and a member at the gym that I work at a couple of months ago said, you know, you just give great briefs. So we do a thing at CrossFit where you talk about the workout and what's going on. So you give a brief and it's about a 2-minute speech. And it's like sometimes we can speak to 4 people, sometimes we can speak to 24 people. You know, me and a mate did a class a couple of weeks ago not a couple of weeks ago, for Anzac Day that we had sort of 43 members in. So it was huge. Yeah.
Jeez, that's big.
Yeah, so it's a full-blown public speaking thing. Yeah. And that's something that's always been like a massive fear of mine. Anyway, the chick said, you know, "Oh, you just give such good briefs." And I remember thinking, really? I'm nervous as fuck when I'm up there. And now I'm sweet. Now I'm not anymore. But that was the hardest thing for me to get my head around. It's like, I've got to public speak every single day for work. And even when I was freaking out in the car, I was driving to work, I was always freaking out. You know, 5:30 a.m. I'd always have like full-blown panic attacks and shit. I was like, oh man, you know.
It's hard, isn't it?
Oh, it's scary. But you just
hard.
like, you know, deep down that this is all worth it because it's going to make you so much better. You know, always like walking through that fear wall.
Yeah,
things like that.
I think anything that scares you that you can get over is something that's going to make you better. This is the diving thing. I was talking about diving.
Yeah, that's right.
Just before, for the listeners, because actually you weren't in the conversation me and Tommy were having before, but talking about the US Games trip that I'll be going on later on in the year, and I was discussing the fact of maybe going to Honduras to do some diving, because diving, I mean, we did it on the Bali trip that we just got back from. It was sick. It was really good. I'd never really done it before. But the other thing is, I'm not that comfortable with open water.
Yep.
You know, I actually feel more comfortable. Well, it was such a small dive when I was in Bali, so I knew there was no sharks. But I think I'd probably feel a little more comfortable diving.
Is it because of the sharks? Or just because of not knowing where you are?
Darkness of the water.
Yeah.
You know, like sharks a little bit, but just like open water. You know how it's just a little freaky?
It's the unknown, man.
It's fucking freaky.
Yeah.
But diving's something that I've always been like, oh, that'd be so whatever. But I genuinely really liked it in Bali when we did it. It wasn't Bali, actually. It was Gili Islands. But I want to get my dive ticket because I enjoyed it, but secondly because it's something that I've never been super comfortable with. So I want to kind of explore that. I know we discussed this on another podcast about like it's okay to have fears and things that you worry about, but also, it is good to try and put yourself in a position where you're out of your comfort zone because you can only really become comfortable or learn. Learn and just, it's just a good position and a good experience, I think.
Yeah. Is that your biggest fear, would you say?
Open water?
Yep.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't really call it my biggest fear because it's not like I think about it more than like a couple of seconds here and there if I'm surfing or whatever. But it's just not like...
It's a little thing that... It sounds to me like it's a little thing that doesn't sit right with you.
Maybe. Like I'm like huge crowds, fucking traveling through dangerous countries, things that scare other people, put them off, don't scare me at all.
Yeah.
The ocean... Yeah, just something I've never been... I'm not going to say I haven't thought about fucking getting my tootsies bitten off by a little great white when I'm out the surf,
Do you want to specify what you mean by
tootsies?
You mean your feet?
Yeah, my feet.
Good.
But,
Toots Monoloff. Yeah, I spoke about one of my biggest fears on the show we did with the Mind Muscle Boys.
Yeah.
Fear of ghosts.
Yeah, and that's a weird one, man.
Really weird, isn't
it? That is
and it's not
strange.
Yeah,
it's not going to lie to you.
Well,
you'd get along really well with Jill because we keep having this argument about whether ghosts are real.
Oh man, yeah,
you probably wouldn't like it.
Hey,
because she's 100% on the ghost.
The heart rate up now.
Yeah, she's 100% on the ghost bandwagon.
Really?
Yeah, sends me links to all tags me on Facebook on all shit about ghosts being real.
Paranormal activity is real
because she thinks I'm weird. She thinks I'm weird that I think that aliens are real.
Really?
Well, what I mean by that is...
She doesn't believe in aliens. You are kidding.
What I mean by that is I believe that there's life in the solar system.
Yes.
I think it'd be anyone that doesn't think that's got to be...
Super ignorant.
Yep. Or hasn't done the maths.
Yeah.
But so she thinks She thinks basically I'm living in a Star Wars fantasy and I'm thinking she's living in a fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost fantasy.
Yeah.
But I really genuinely think I'm closer to the mark.
Yeah, I think you are as well.
By fucking 50 trillion million 100,000 times.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So just a little bit.
You don't agree because you
no,
believe in ghosts.
no, I don't. See, that's the OCD thing about this. So I don't believe in ghosts, but I feel as though if I ever said that and I really believed it when I'm alone in my room, then ghosts would show themselves to me to prove that they are real. And that was the biggest fear I had, and I'm sweet with it now. I reckon I can probably honestly say with you now that I'm better than I've ever been with it through self-awareness and meditation or whatever you want to call it. But the way I got through that, when we were talking about like pushing through the fear and all that sort of stuff, is I would, when I was having a huge panic attack about it in my bed, when I thought like fucking ghosts are out to get me and all this sort of stuff, and I could hear creaks of the floorboards and chains and all this sort of stuff, which was nothing.
Sounds hectic.
Close, yeah. I mean, this is talking, 3
or 4 weeks ago.
Man, it's talking 6 months ago.
Really?
Yep. No joke. No joke. Have
Does
no
it
idea.
come in and out? Like you have
it does.
stretches a couple of years where you'll be sweet, and then
yeah, I'm like the happiest I've ever been in my life at the moment. So it's not really that.
So weird.
It's so weird. But the thing
it's just crazy what the mind does to you, though.
Oh, that's why I love it now. I've become one with it. I want to get like a ghost tattoo. All my tattoos are like derived
you should just
from
get tattooed white.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty much already that way.
Whiter.
Yeah, but I would get when I was having a big sort of fear sesh, I would get super naked. I don't know why I got naked.
Super naked? What do you mean super naked?
Well, as naked as you can.
Like I took off my clothes off, so I was naked, but then I peeled my skin back, so I was super naked.
I was super naked. You could see bones.
Super fucking naked. It was crazy.
I was super naked. And
super naked.
I don't know why I got really naked, but I always just used to get naked. And
Can't you just say naked?
Sorry,
naked.
I got naked. Yeah. And then I would climb into my bed where it was like where all the ghosts are.
Yeah.
And I would just hang out there and try to like stay there for as long as possible to make myself used to what it's like to be in a full-blown like panic attack.
Yeah.
And after 20 minutes or so, I remember one time I was in there for 40 minutes. I remember.
So you deliberately put yourself through a panic attack to prove to yourself
that it's all my control. So I'm making
it. Is that like a theory that you've researched, like you've learned, or that's a anxiety theory, What's the word I'm looking for?
It's
technique to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's something that I found has been the best possible thing I've ever done in my whole life.
Right.
That's a big call, but it's made me the person I am today. And there'll be a moment where you won't think about it, and then you'll have a thought where like, oh shit, I haven't thought about that. And then it's like, bang, I just proved that it's all in my head. Because if it wasn't, there would be a ghost right there, and there's not. And then I apply that to every single thing in my life right now. CrossFit, there's a reason I love CrossFit so much. It's because it's a great application for life. If you have a task ahead, you do it as best you can, as fast as you can, and there's going to be a moment in that WOD, for example, or when you're under the barbell, or same as weightlifting, any sort of physical activity, where it's kind of like, shit, I can't do this, and I'm really hurting, and all this sort of stuff. It's like, nah, push through it. It's good that it's hurting. It's making you a better person. That's why I love it so much. Just looking at that fear wall and going, there's time and a place as well. You don't have to do it all the time.
Nah, it's pretty fucking stressful.
But yeah, it is.
Always trying to.
There's
definitely a time and a place.
Definitely
a time and a place.
When we had that chat with Michael Inglis, that was a big thing for me. Big thing. What's that? You remember how when you said, there's definitely a time and a place, and sometimes it's good to have fears. That really brought me down.
Yeah, it's healthy to have fears.
I think it's really healthy, and that's something I didn't really grasp before.
Well, the other
show.
thing is, you don't have the time in the fucking day to get over every single thing that you're worried about in the world and fear in the world. Like for me personally, I can't think of off the top of my head, but there's a bunch of stuff that I know that I'm not quite comfortable with, but I'm busy and I'm happy, and I don't have to, for the sake of eradicating that certain fear or that fucking worry that I've had. I don't personally need to. I think it's good to, like I said with the diving thing, that's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal that I want to do, and I also enjoy it. Like I said, I really enjoy the experience of diving, so I want to do more of it. So I'll make myself comfortable to do it. But in certain stages, if there's something else that I'm not that I just want to get over for the sake of getting over it, it's neither here nor there. One thing that I would like to get over is I've got a little fear of like, it's weird, like have like an inferiority complex, I reckon, and it started from when my ex-girlfriend, Cap, she's awesome. She's a really good chick. Her family were terrible to me. Yep. Terrible. And I was from the peninsula, so it wasn't the city. My family weren't too well off. I drove a beat up panel van with a smashed window in the back. I had a bunch of ratty ass dreadlocks in the back of my head. I was your dream son-in-law, future son-in-law.
Yeah, you were a genuine bin.
Yeah. But having said that, I was 21 years old with 3 properties. I was in the leadership group of the football club. Like everything that I'd ever tried to do, I'd achieved. I was doing really well.
Yep.
But they didn't see any of that. They just saw all this preconceived notion what they had in their head, which was fucking crazy.
Some guy without a haircut.
Yeah. But I used to get blamed for everything. Like I'd get Cap's mum coming and yelling and screaming at me, blaming. She would get in trouble at school or like lie about something and get in trouble at work, and she would always blame me. Mm-hmm. She was never a fucking liar before she met you. You're trash. You're dirt. You're this. You're that. And I never thought about it at the time, but I swear to God, it's made a lasting impact on me. Her dad was the same, and her dad, I won't go into for the sake of Cap, and I mean, we don't need to talk about him, but it got to the point, it was really funny because it got to the point where we went on family holiday. I went to, where was it? Inval, I forget where we went, but we went on a coastal holiday with them. I was really close with Andy, still am. Haven't seen him in a while, but the little brother's a good friend of mine. And we all went away, and it got to like the Sunday night. We're having a couple of drinks at this bar, so the relationship was okay. They put up with me in the end, whatever. And then the mum and the dad had a bit of a fight, and Jenny, the mother, at one point said to me, I kind of was talking to her about the fight that she'd had with Peter, and just like chatting to her like I'd chat to you if you had something that upset you in your life, you know? And we'd had a couple of drinks, so I was a little loosened up. Wasn't drunk at all, but a little loosened up and feeling comfortable, and had this really good chat while everyone else was off doing other stuff. And Jenny looked at me and goes, "Oh my God, Bill, I can't believe how thoughtful you are. You're a really nice person, aren't you?" And I was like, "Is this?" And I said something to Jenny like, "Is this the first time that you've noticed?"
Yeah.
And it got to the point where they ended up loving me, and she loved me, but it took 18 months.
Okay.
18 months, and I swear to God, like, I never really thought about it at the time, but I'm definitely got a little bit of an inferiority complex these days around, like, rich people.
Really?
People that think... Yeah, that's why I say to people all the time I don't like going out in Melbourne because... Or south side of the Yarra, St Kilda, Paran and stuff, because I don't give a fuck what really anyone thinks about me anymore.
Yep.
But I did for a while there. It definitely made a lasting...
I think everyone does to a certain extent, but then you start to come out of that as you mature.
Yeah, for sure. And I still do. I still do. But I don't have... So I'll go out in the city these days, and I don't have any time for people that think they're better than anyone else.
Yeah.
And it's really basically only because what I went through with that family, it's gotten to the point where if someone won't give someone else a time of day, whether it be me, whether it be somebody else, then I don't have any time for it. I just won't put up with any of that shit. I don't want to be around those people. And
no, there's no need to be.
Melbourne is full of those people. Yeah, so I mean, it's something that's I've kind of... It's not something that I think about too much, but I'm not comfortable. I still don't think I'm comfortable in circumstances with people that are probably good people, but have money, and maybe I think that they might be looking down.
So,
I just...
Kind of like where you think the perceived socio-economic background is higher than maybe where you were, or is that what you mean?
Probably. I don't really get much of that anymore now that I have Adventure Fit and, whatever, but... It's just it's a trait of mine that I wish I didn't think about. Like I said, these days it's probably all right. I just have a real low tolerance for people, and that's probably unfairly though.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that I look at and I won't give them much of a chance. Like if I see a little bit of,
snobbiness
or aloofness, I'll be like, that guy's a fucking
yeah.
Or that chick's a moron. Whereas you really got to get to know people a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But
it's tough. You can't be perfect, though. And
no.
I reckon the coolest thing about it is that you're aware of it. So you know that if you were to do something like that, to just brush someone off, you'd be like, oh, hang on a second. Like, you've got a conscience there,
Yeah.
Which I think is good to have.
It's definitely something that's stayed with me, though. I think I got along with the family well in the end, but I think as a young dude, I was like, this is like 19, 20, 21 years old. And fuck, that did some damage to my self-esteem at the time. Like I say, now I'm an adult and it's all good, but fuck, it's just some people really have to think about what the fuck their actions do on other people, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so what else has been happening anyway, mate? You been getting your swipe on? You getting a date on Tinder or what?
Tin? Nah. My mate recently added me back on Tinder again because there's like this new thing now.
Your mate added you on Tinder. We talk about Facebook or Tinder here?
We're talking about Tinder.
You can't add people on Tinder,
So this shows me that you've got a girlfriend. So
I'm out of the game.
Yeah, you're out of the game.
Have I been missing out on the updates?
You've been missing out on the sessions.
What do you mean?
On the cessations. So
is that French?
Yeah. Well, it's a regional dialect. So on Tinder now you can add like groups. Okay.
Right.
So you can add. So let's say me and you are on Tinder. We can add each other.
Fuck buddies, southeast side or something.
It's pretty much betting around the bush, but yes. So
really,
you can pretty much It's not. It's for more people to like go.
It's
out.
mates though, right?
It's no. So it's like me and you.
Yeah.
If we were in a group and we swiped right and matched with a bunch of chicks.
A bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
You can group of chicks.
A group of girls.
You can group swipe.
Wait, is it a group of?
You taking the piss out of me here?
No. It's dead set. Wait, is it a group of girls or a murder of crows? A pod of whales? What? A bunch of girls. A bunch of flowers.
A gang of bitches.
It's the technical term.
I'm pretty sure it's a gang.
A gang of bitches.
A gang of dem bitches. A gang of dem bitches. So if you swipe and you match with a gang of dem bitches, what happens?
Well, if I swiped and matched with a gang of damn bitches, I'd be very interested to see what sort of bitches I match with. But so you all start talking in a group conversation, and I guess the goal of what Tinder wants is for like people to start
everyone to fuck
out
each other. Let's be serious.
I mean,
that's the goal of Tinder.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, go.
And that's why I don't like it. Like, it's just so bin. It's just
Nah,
like, I
that's
mean, it's all right, but it's just, it's okay.
Tell us the truth.
Yeah, look, I'm not huge on it.
So the group thing, how's it work?
So you've got like 3 people or something, or 4 people.
Say me and you are in a group.
Let's say you and Mac are in a group.
So we can go out you and Mac can go out on a Saturday night. We can try and swipe with groups of.
No. So we'll just be chilling here after a show. And then we'll swipe with a bunch of girls or a bunch of, like, you can even swipe with blokes. Like, I'm pretty sure there's, like, straight guys that swipe with straight guys.
I'm happy to swipe with guys.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not against that.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's 2016, guys.
Yeah, I've touched dicks with many men. It's a true fact.
Is that figuratively speaking or?
No, seriously speaking.
Hey,
Weirdest thing about that story is seriously. Well, I didn't tell the story, but I'll tell it one day. But go on.
Tell it one day. So it's basically just become more social and making more mates. So me, you, and Matt could, like, swipe right with a couple of girls, 3 girls, okay?
Yeah.
And then we all start talking. It's like, hey, you going out this Saturday night? I don't know why we're talking like this, but yeah. And then you become mates with each other. And I guess the thing is, like, Tinder is so shallow that it kind of wanted to create a more
social,
more of a human interaction.
social media-ish group.
Oh, it so is, yeah. No, but I've just been doing.
That's lame.
Oh, it's lame-o.
Tinder should just be straight up used for what it's used
what it's supposed to be. Yep.
Like, hey, how's it going?
Bang. See you later.
See you later.
I know, but you're
well, not in a bad way.
Nah.
Like, I'm saying on both sides of the fences.
100%.
I think. Well, I mean, to some extent, but it shouldn't try and turn itself into Facebook.
Nah, it shouldn't be something else that it's not.
Fuck.
You should never be something. should never be something you're not, Bill.
So what do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, let's just say
what does that mean?
I was trying to be a giraffe. I mean, I'm not a giraffe.
No.
I'm a human.
Still waiting for the... What's your point, though?
Well, I mean, like, why would I try to be a giraffe?
Yeah, I get that.
How's
this relating to Tinder, though?
I don't want to walk around.
Tinder shouldn't try and be
Tinder shouldn't be Facebook.
No, that's right.
I'm not walking around with a big fucking long neck saying, I'm not going to sit down or else I'm going to die. Yeah. I'm not giving birth to, 4 metre long giraffes. I'm a human. So,
you are a human.
Tinder, don't be a giraffe.
Yeah. Pull your fucking yellow and brown spots out of your yellow and brown asses.
And get on the road again.
So you have been on some Tinder dates, or you've been laying low?
Nah, I'm kind of laying low. I'm trying to focus on just training hard and trying to get the radio show pumping.
So if there was a maybe say some sort of lady listener out there. It's Tom at adventurefittravel.com, right?
Yeah, send me an email. That's what the cool kids do. Hey Tom,
you can tell I'm 30 and got a girlfriend.
Send me an email. Yeah, you would have been on the MSN.
MSN?
Yeah, would you have been on MSN
Messenger?
as a kid? Yeah.
Yeah, fucking all over
like
MSN
movie
Messenger.
dates via MSN?
Yeah.
lol.
Dick pics via MSN? No, just kidding.
Grandma just died, lol. I meant lots of love.
Only kidding. I've actually only sent about 3 dick pics in my life. I feel very uncomfortable with the dick pic. But
it's unnecessary.
Yeah, it's just hard to get an angle. But I was on MSN Messenger. That was great. That was the first of everything, I think. The first of the social... kind of like the first social network.
There was MySpace.
No, but didn't MSN Messenger come before that, or around the same time?
Well, I think the first social media thing would be the old string and tin can. I mean, that's legit like primitive social media.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear what Johnny said to me via tin can? Yeah, he's standing 4 metres away.
But was it like MySpace and MSN Messenger came out at the same time, didn't they?
Probably around the same time. Maybe early 2000s.
Yeah.
Maybe late 99. No, early 2000s.
Yeah, I used to love it. I don't know why they got rid of MySpace. MySpace was rad.
You always had Tom as a mate?
Yeah, Tom was your mate. And
Tommy
you could you could put your own tracks on.
Yeah.
Like you could put your own backgrounds and stuff. It was sick. It was really personalised. When I looked at Facebook, I was like, this will never take off.
Yep.
Who's this fucking Zuckerberg dude?
Yeah, that's right. Zuckerberg, do you work at KFC, you bin? No, he's probably a good guy. Can I get the large Zuckerberg with a...
But I was surprised when Facebook took off. I suppose I was 17 with MySpace. It was great for a 17-year-old. And then, Facebook was more of an adult social media concept.
And phones weren't really a thing then, were they?
I believe phones were invented.
Were they?
Yeah, I think Alexander Bell or whatever his name was, probably like 150 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I know what you mean, though. But, I was all for MySpace. But what do you reckon, Tommy? Should we wrap it up? Have you got any riddles before we do?
Yeah, mate. I actually do have a riddle. What gets wetter and wetter the more it dries?
What gets wetter and wetter the more it dries?
Have you think?
Right, I don't know.
I reckon this riddle, out of all the ones that I say, is probably the one that stares at your face at the most.
Wetter and wetter the more it dries.
Yep.
I'm just making noises so the listeners don't get bored. I have no idea, man.
A towel.
Fuck.
Yep. How obvious is that?
Solid.
Yeah.
That was a good riddle.
Yeah. All right. What? I've got another good riddle. What goes all around the world but stays in one corner?
A stamp.
Yes.
You got to stop. Man.
Did I say that one? I did.
Yeah,
I've said it
you
about
already
4
have.
times now, haven't I?
Yeah.
Have you heard my Mexican fireman joke? Wait,
Shit.
have you heard my Thor joke?
The listeners have heard all these.
All right.
Not Thor, though.
Thor's a funny one.
You got the Thor joke?
So Thor, everybody knows Thor's the Avenger, the superhero.
Yep.
And Thor is making love, sweet love to his beautiful wife. Yep.
He would have a beautiful wife.
Oh, he'd have a beautiful wife. Beautiful wife. Oh, he's a beautiful man. And I could have been Thor.
Go on.
And he says, like, they've just had an intense, beautiful love-making session. And he says, they're super naked. And he just rolls over and he says, look, Joanne, I just have to let you know I feel so at home with you. I have to let you know I'm Thor. And Joanne kind of looks at Thor and says, "You're Thor. I fucking can't move." Obviously implying that that he had a lisp.
That's good. Yeah. That's solid.
You got a joke?
Nah.
Nah.
I'm not really full of them.
Yeah.
Full of stories, not
Full
full
of
of
shit,
jokes. Yeah, I'm full of shit. Everything I've said is a lie.
Yeah, that's
tonight.
right. Yeah.
Apart from the dick thing. But just kidding. Sorry, listeners. What do you reckon, man?
Good
Alrighty.
sesh. Good sesh.
Cool, guys. We're going to try and do more of this in the future.
Mm.
Every time we sit down and we interview a guest, we're going to try and give you guys a little taste of what we're up to. We think we're pretty cool. That's my doorbell. That's my doorbell.
Come in.
ADVF headquarters.
That's right.
Hey, brother, come on in. Rightio, guys. Sorry for the unprofessional end of the show. But, yeah, we're going to do more of these and try and get you guys interested in the happenings of your
Our
hosts. And hopefully you like it. If you think we're jerks, let us know and we'll stop doing this.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
Alrighty, guys. That was the shoot the shite. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too great. See what you think. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be bringing you more, like I said at the start. So we'd love some feedback on that one. Locksam Solutions, guys. Go and visit locksamsolutions.com.au, ndosups.com. Remember, the AU is not applicable. And Adventure Fit Travel. Jump on board Adventure Fit Travel. Did I just say travel? I definitely just said travel. Jump on board Adventure Fit Travel and go and experience the world. Just go. Just go. I want you guys to go. Keep listening to the show, but just go. All right. We'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Discovery Roger. Go for deploy.